Welcome to Down South Football Podcast. It's your man Renard Williams, and got my co-host, Mr. David Gardner, in the building. What's going on, Dave? How you doing, man?
Hey man, doing good, man. How you feeling, bro?
Well, hold on. Welcome to 2026. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say welcome to 2026. Our demise was prematurely talked about. We still here. We still here.
Yeah, man, we good. Well, yeah, welcome to 2026, man. It's been we said as soon as the season started, it wraps up quick, so it don't take long.
I really feel like I still can remember all the preseason rankings in August when a certain team was number one in the country.
Who was number one? Was Ohio State? Oh, it was Texas. No, that's who it was. Texas was number one, wasn't it? Yeah. Ohio State was 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things changed. But they thought that, they thought that we were gone, but we ain't gone, man. We right. We still here, man. We still here doing our thing and enjoying all the chaos that is college football. When I mean chaos, I mean portal, I mean playoff, I mean
Dave was right.
Last time we talked, Lane Train was still in Oxford.
Hey man, listen. I think everybody just need to rewind the tape, just say Dave was right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more what you mean by that. What you talking about?
Well, I think I may be wrong eventually, because I said I don't believe it would be an undefeated champion, but I'm starting to change my mind. I did say that I didn't think Ohio State. Well, I said Ohio State needed to lose. I was wrong on that. I thought they needed to lose.
We need to go back and verify the tape. But
that didn't work out. So yeah, I was a little wrong. Okay. But I was right. I was right on them 3 to 4, on them 2 to 3 losses down in Tuscaloosa.
That's all you cared to be right about anyway. Let's just call it book. That's the only thing you cared about.
I was right about. I was right when I said 3 losses. I had to calculate it right.
Well, it was. If I think
I didn't give them 4. Yeah, Alabama. I didn't give them 4 because I felt like the second one would come in the championship, and I thought the third one would come in the playoff. I don't think that's hating. I think that's more so knowing that this wasn't a national championship contending team. I don't think that's hate.
Yes, so, no. Hate is not the right word.
Yeah.
I'll just say you take pride in that. I'll just leave it like that.
I mean, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside.
That's my point. You take pride in it.
Very, very warm and fuzzy on the inside. Yes, it does.
Well, I would say a lot of things have changed since we've been on here. Last time, life, as we say, life is continuing to be life, but we just wanted to come on here and just talk for a minute and see what some of the people were thinking about. But talk a little bit about the transfer portal, a little bit about the playoff matchup that's coming up on the first one on Thursday night, of course. And man, it's whatever. I want to just start with this question for you, Dave. Mm-hmm. Give me your first impressions of what you've seen this playoff season?
First impression is too much downtime between games. Especially if you got a bye. It's really too much time. And even if you don't have a bye, it's still too much time. So that's my first impression. My second impression is I think we should move forward with just a Power 4 only playoffs. My second impression. Because I felt as though those first 2 games could have been better, but we playing under the current rules, right? The rules are the rules. So you follow them as and qualify for it. Not saying they didn't earn a spot. They met the criteria. They did what it took to make it. That's fine. But I think that where we're moving now with NIL, with transfer portal, things of that nature, I think Power 4 needs to be Power 4. I think Group of 5 need to be Group of 5. My opinion. So those were the 2 things that stood out. The third thing that stands out to me, and which is one that I've always harped on, is the first round bye teams not having a chance to get a home game. Not only am I 2 to 3 weeks removed from a game, if I went to my conference championship, if I did make my conference championship, then I'm probably further removed, but if I make a conference championship, I'm about 2 weeks removed from a game, and I have to travel. So I don't even get what the team that didn't win that conference or didn't rank in the top 4 got. I didn't get a home game. So those are 3 things I took from it, and I think that those will get worked out going forward. But yeah, those are my 3.
Well, I will say overall impressions. I don't have as big a problem as some people do with certain things. I will say that I think if you're a top 4 seed, you should get a home game. Seeing the electric atmospheres, whether it was Oklahoma, whether it was like Ole Miss, those atmosphere was electric, and you work your butt off to get to that point. Now I understand why it is what it is with the got to keep the bowl people happy, and you got to do whatever. But I'm just saying that needs to be a part of it. The home playoff atmosphere needs to be a part of this.
Absolutely.
Of this going forward. Now, the semifinals, you want to make that bowls, and the finals, that's fine. But I think through the quarterfinals, it needs 100% to be the home atmosphere. Where did you have any team surprises outside of you already expressed about James Madison and Tulane?
I thought Ole Miss would get Georgia first time. This time around, I felt like they should have gotten them first time.
They outplayed them for 3 quarters last time.
Right. I was surprised that Ohio State, definitely a surprise they lost. I think everybody probably was. I was definitely surprised at that. Miami has probably been my biggest surprise through this, because typically Miami 6-7 weeks in, they start to kind of trend downward. But it seems like they've since they got the playoffs, and this is what I love about the playoff, the fact that you can, qualify for the playoff, it kind of rejuvenates your ball. It kind of rejuvenates your ball team or your team, So they've been playing good ball. So I think Miami is probably my biggest surprise. Honestly, Miami is probably my biggest surprise. Yeah,
I put like this. I knew the D line was ferocious. I knew they was ferocious, but good God Almighty.
Yeah, it's grown man with responsibility.
Yeah. No, that's past grown man over there. That's that's whoo, buddy. You better be ready. But got to give Miami credit, man, for where they at and for what they're doing. You got to. You got to
tip your hats to them.
You got to tip your hat to them, because, and it's not a fluke, if you know what I'm saying. They've dominated, which has become a theme. My another one of my impressions is that you can be pretty all you want to. A car can look pretty, but it needs the griminess of the oil, which is the D line and the O line to really to move the needle. And I think that's part of what we've seen this playoff season, is the fact that you gotta have that up front.
Right.
I don't care how much pretty you got outside. I don't care how much pretty you got behind the quarterback. You gotta have that on the outside.
You got to have that.
And if you, not outside, excuse me, inside, in the trenches. If you don't, then you're just not gonna compete.
I mean, no matter what offenses they come up with defenses they come up with, how fancy, no matter what rule changes they make, people can say football is not as physical as it used to be, which I do agree with everything. We all would agree that, but where it is as physical is in the trenches. And if you can't win there, I don't care who you got in the backfield. They dead on sight. So
yeah, that's 100% true. But before we go any further, with over 4,000 plus people, let's just, and we can circle back around to our predictions and what we expecting to see and stuff like that. But with over 4,000 to 4,500 people total in the portal right now, that number that keeps creeping up every year about that number of people who will never play football again, which is getting up to like 30 to 35, I think it's something like that, % of the people that go in the portal won't play football again. What are your first impressions of what's going on right now with the the only one transfer portal that we're going to have, which is going to be this one. It's literally 2 weeks. It ends on the 16th. So you got 2 weeks. What is your first impression?
Man, my impression of it probably really hadn't changed. Because like I said, we all talk about they all broadcast the success stories, right? They don't talk about the kid that didn't land somewhere or maybe land somewhere that's unfavorable, that's going to be right back in the same position the next year, right? But in the landscape, keeping it positive in the landscape of college football, or in the quote unquote almost free agency of college football, I mean it's interesting because if you take a team, like several teams that lost multiple players, like in the 20s, right? They're kind of almost retooling the roster, right? So it's interesting. Right. It's interesting how they're going to navigate that, right? You know, that's what I'm kind of looking at. Like, what's that key piece? 1 or 2, maybe 3 pieces that they can get that kind of can stand out, but how they feel the rest of the roster. So I think I'm kind of over the initial shock of the amount of players. I think that won't change. I think now I'm starting to just more so pay attention to the teams and how they're able to fill those rosters out and plug and play in these different positions of need. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Just kind of seeing how they navigate this, because this is unprecedented, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm still more of the impression of the amount of players, and when I mean the amount, is because going into it, like I said, that 30% or more mark won't play anymore, and those kids go to the portal. But it also is there's another reason behind that. People don't want to talk about how players get cut. They don't call it that. Call it that, but it's, hey, you get in the portal. Basically, we don't think you're good enough to stay, and you have been encouraged to move on to something else and do something else. And a lot of those stories are the kids that just won't continue. They might continue the education, or they might continue at not so much at a different level, but they just will say, okay, this football thing just ain't worth it for it no more. And that's the part of that number that people don't talk about.
Right, because when you think about it, let's just put let's put a coach hat on. If I bring a guy out the portal, their learning curve should be really short, right? The only thing they really need to do is pick up what we do. A lot of things what team to team do is just more so verbiage is a lot of the issue, right? Once you learn the verbiage, I mean, inside zone, outside zone, is that in every college, it just depends on what they call it, right? So I think the thing is, when you get a player that transfers from a program, they're kind of expected to be able to pick up, plug and play, right? But when you're not a plug and play, your leash is really short, right? I mean, come on. If I bring you in as a grad transfer, I'm expecting you to come in and start, or at least be heavy rotation. But if for whatever reason you don't cut it, then yeah, I mean, it's really short.
And that's the other side of the portal, before we get into teams and certain players and what they're going to do. That's the other side of the portal that most, and this is not to talk bad about anybody, that most college football fans just don't understand, is the fact that it is a NFL style business now. And if that's not what you want to be a part of, don't accept the money. But when you accept the money, they're going to come at you and they're going to say, hey, this is not performing. Or I know this 100% personally. There were people whose performance, they got money up front. I'm just throwing out a figure. They got $500,000 for this year. And then it was time to renegotiate. This team said, well, we're going to give you $300,000. They got mad, got in the portal. What you getting mad about? Your performance is your performance. I mean, it is what it is. But before we go any further, Dave, we have been invaded.
Oh my God.
We've been invaded. We've been invaded by I think that's an old familiar face right there. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
It's
Introduce yourself, sir.
Hold up,
Man,
before
y'all
you
know who it
introduce yourself. No. How you gonna be the first show back? How you gonna be late? How's that?
Okay.
I don't want no
That
excuse.
was kind of my standard anyway. So
No.
it was already
That's why we
recognized
came
that.
on late. That's why we came on wait on you. Right.
Okay.
I see.
Your
I can't
hands,
even.
bro.
My apologies.
Let
Am I
me-
gonna
let me-
do fines and
let
stuff?
me-
Are we gonna get fined again?
Yeah, man. $5 cash out.
Look, I'm just gonna do the clap, so I'm gonna give y'all the introduction. This is Chauncey Tuck for those that are on here now. You know, a former full-time member. Dave, I called him at the Christmas party. I told everybody he was a part-time member.
Hey man, look, his hair's grown too. I think he has an afro. You have an afro now, Tuck? What's
Luscious,
going on,
man.
Yeah, man. I don't
bring
have
hair.
that problem.
Bring hair back to down south football. That's the hashtag.
Oh yeah. They start early. Man. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Right. I'm just saying.
Okay. Okay. I'll give you a little bit. That's fine. I'll give you a little bit of.
I mean,
that's what you get for that.
Oh, okay.
That's what you get for that.
That's the sign when that's the sign when you rub.
Anyway. Look, we ain't look. Don't make me start talking about you and your personal how you acted the other day. Hey.
I heard you was we'll talk about that after the show.
Okay,
we're gonna talk about that after the show.
Post show.
That'd be post show. But anyway, Tuck, we were just talking about. I mean, I don't know if you heard a little bit in the background. We were just talking about a little bit of the transfer portal and all that kind of stuff like that. But we're not about to get into some details or some stuff that's going on. I'll ask you. We talked about a little bit of the playoffs. Well, not all the way. Just just initial impressions. What is your initial impression of the portal right now? Not the over. I mean, just whatever.
Yeah. In retrospect, I really think it's a crapshoot, man, and a lot of kids are getting bad information. That's number one thing. Number two is
bad agents.
Yeah,
a lot of bad agents.
Most of these kids are getting they think they're way better than what they are, per se. And you're going to continue to see this trend trickle on down as far as kids not even getting picked up, losing money, i.e. What's his name?
You ain't gotta say.
What's his name from Auburn? They went to Minnesota. That's all I'm gonna say. He took a big.
We ain't got no strikes from YouTube, but he come trying to get me a strike.
Oh my bad.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, he took a big pay cut. So that's all I'm gonna say. But I mean, a lot of bad information going out there. I think once you start. The only thing I kind of agree with, I can't remember who said it, was they're gonna have to start signing contracts, for something, because these 1 year deals is not gonna cut it. You can get in the transfer portal after 1 year. Now, I can understand about the coaching situation, but I can't understand just because you're not getting no playing time and you want more money. Yeah, if we're gonna do it right, we might well go ahead and do it the full tilt and just do contracts. The playoffs, hey, it still shows that, hey, what matters is when the playoffs are there's a reason why that layoff is kind of hurting college teams, except for Indiana. Indiana has these 5 and 6 years of kids, and because they played together, and everybody's trying to talk about other teams that go to a group of 5, but Cincinnati brought all his group of 5 kids from James Madison, and they dominated. And now I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not look at Indiana a lot this year, but when I saw them against Bama, those guys are fast. Those guys were running they were flying to the football, and you could tell the difference between night and day who was going to win that football game in the first quarter. And I was like, okay, I see what's going on. I still think seeding needs to be revamped, because these teams are still your first week teams. I think they really need to go let them play the first week, because that week off is going to hurt them, and it's still showing itself like that, except for Indiana. But overall, college football is college football. I like it. I mean, there's always some controversy, and all that good stuff. But I don't see it changing, and I don't want it to change either.
What don't you
Yeah,
want to change?
I just want, like I said earlier, my thing is I think we need to change the format a little bit, push it back a little bit, and we need more home games.
Mhm.
We need more home games for the top 4 seeds. I'm sorry, they just need more home
I
games.
don't want to. I really don't want to change as far as the amount of playoff teams. I think that's okay. I don't think a field of
You know that's about to change.
yeah. I don't like a field of 64. You know, like per se, like basketball. But
Wait a minute. Who said
uh,
six?
I mean,
Well,
that's been
I guess
rumored.
I guess my sentiment on that is I would like more teams because I think more teams gives us more quality games and feel dead space. From that aspect, you got a lot of bowl, and I'm sure they would incorporate a bowl some kind of way. You got a lot of bowls that's out there that nobody watches, and could nobody even tell me who the hell
Mhm,
playing. Right. So
mhm.
if we can incorporate those and make them something meaningful, they would be better games because number one, their rosters would be different.
True.
Kids
Look
would
at
bail
that.
like
Don't
that,
you be
right?
talking about the Sawgrass Bowl, okay?
Yeah, man, Sawgrass Bowl. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Kids would bail out. I mean, hell, we going to the Birmingham Bowl, using that for example.
Mhm,
Well, you got the Birmingham Bowl over here with 2 conference opponents, and one hell got what 5 wins, 4, 5 wins,
mhm.
whatever it was. So I
Because it
think
wasn't enough
wasn't
teams that
enough 6
qualified.
wins.
And
Exactly.
that goes kind
So
of to what Dave was saying. You know, like it would probably be better for us to implement those bowls into your first round games, and then you probably could see this work. But I do love the first round games being on college campuses
well,
because
no. Here's what I want to do. This is just
okay.
me. I would I would get rid of conference championship game. Here's why.
Mhm,
I don't think you need a game to determine your champion. Okay. Your record's going to determine that. This
mhm,
year, it would have been Alabama because they beat Georgia head to head. Right. So
right.
I think if you get rid of that, that could maybe be a first round game. I want the first round or 2 on campus. And then I would
Okay.
like to stretch out into the
Yeah.
bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
would
was saying.
like
I was
that.
saying like
Yeah.
this where we at right now, the semifinals, this should be the first bowl affiliated game.
Mhm.
Unless you just gonna say, hey, the quarterfinals is affiliated with the Peach Bowl, but it ain't gonna be there at the Peach Bowl. You know, that's not but
Right.
it's
Yeah.
dumb,
Yeah.
but you
You
can't
would
say
have
that.
to you would
You
probably
would
have
have
to do the first round and the quarter finals. You probably do first round and quarterfinals, then semi, then
mhm.
you would have to incorporate those because there's so many bowls.
Yeah.
You
It
have to
is.
find some kind of way to
Yeah, because you know
to
the
work it in there.
Pop Tart Bowl is my favorite bowl, and I was like,
Because most folks' favorite bowl. Because
I
they
think they,
marketing department needs to be spread around
I'm
free.
telling you, whoever does the Pop Tart Bowl, whoever, like you said, whoever do their marketing, social media, they are on point. They have it down pat. But
That's the
yeah,
one bowl that everybody watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah, I
think
think
that I'm good
yeah, I
with them
think
going. They can go. They can take for all I'm because you could take the top 25, let the number 1 overall get a bye and play it out. Get rid of conference championships. Get rid of all that shit.
mhm.
I'm in favor. Like I've talked to Renard before. I'm in favor of Power 4 doing their own thing. That's basically what you. That's basically what
Look,
you do.
I'm glad you brought
Do
that
their
up.
own thing.
Yes,
Just do
they
your own
have.
thing.
They
Do your
have
own
to.
thing.
They have to,
Like,
bro.
well,
Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the story that you made the playoffs.
yeah.
Good job. But James Madison didn't deserve to play Oregon.
No.
James Madison deserved to play Oregon.
But
It was
if
a
you
go
want,
get.
but don't be mad at James Madison because a certain conference didn't live up to what they were supposed to live
That's
to, and that's
correct.
how they slid up in there.
So I wouldn't use the word deserve. I would say James Madison could match up against them because they did. They did what they supposed to do.
That's what I'm saying. Deserve probably wasn't the right word. They did deserve
Right.
to be there.
No. I'm with you. I'm just saying that when I hear that argument, I have zero problem with people saying that argument. But what the problem is that people don't understand is how they got to that point. Why is it there? Because of the fact the 10 D1 conferences had to all agree to make this playoff happen. It wasn't just the Power 4. The Power 4 needed the other conferences, and the other conferences like we want a chance too.
Right.
And that's how it happened. Now, will that continue going down the line? I can't say that.
And just to keep it a book, you know, there's a certain fan base up there towards the north in Indiana, and I'm not talking about Indiana. I'm talking about South Bend.
So I mean, right.
They're gonna they're
Them your
automatically in next year if they get in the top
them your
12.
folks. Them your
Just
folks.
saying. Oh, trust me. Look, guys,
Them
I
your
heard
folks.
this ever since the playoffs was announced. I heard this for 5 days straight. like I'm like, okay, but yeah, they won all of. They lost their first 2 games, and who they lost to, I think they ended up making the playoffs too, except for Texas A&M. Did Texas A&M? Yeah, Texas A&M made the playoff. But
yes, because you know who should shut up, Bernard. I'm about to say something. Yes, they lost to Miami. I was gonna say something.
Right, and you know,
I was gonna say something bad.
I'm right because like, bro, like
I was gonna say something bad.
I like what
was
Justin
gonna say
just
something.
said, Renard. I like what
What's
Justin
that?
just said. He said
Let me
that put it up on the screen. The Power 4 teams. Power
What's
4
up,
should be
Justin?
Division 1. G6 teams should run the same idea as FCS. Honestly, the entire college football system should run the same way. Right.
Yeah.
See, FCS, I mean, they're trying to. I think the struggle is trying to incorporate the bowl games into the mix, because with the FCS, you play home, you play on campus all the way up. I think the championship may be played neutral site, but it's on campus. So I think that's what they're but to be honest, the blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. I mean, you can't no need to reinvent the wheel. They got it. But yeah, I think that's correct. I like that.
But here's the problem with that though. The FCS was founded on a pure football system. The FBS wasn't.
No,
the FBS, i.e., football bowl subdivision. So the money is caught up with the bowls. So it's like, it sounds good to say, hey, we just gonna do it the FCS way, but at the same time, the people that control the money,
correct,
and when the money come in, they ain't gonna just kick them folks out, you know, that way to just, you know, eliminate the bowls. Like you said, maybe we can incorporate it because the money's too big for them just to let it go. So that's the issue. Like, that's a good, it's a great point. And we've always, and we said that before, that, you know, we always said like, hey, I'll just make it 24 and be done with it.
Yeah. And I think that Justin was talking more so in the structure of how you choose a team, stuff like that. You know, they're able to make it work. And on the back end of it, yeah, you find a way to incorporate the bowls if you want to keep them. So
yeah. I mean, I like I said, I'm just saying looking from with them power people, what they want to do, and just like they don't want to let go of certain money right now. Oh, I guess he got a bag. Oh, he came back. That's always been that's all. See, like we just how many years have we had just a regular playoff,
Regular, when you say regular, like
just, you know, actual now? like a yeah.
This the only thing. This is this year too.
Okay, so I'm talking about. I mean, we've had the 14.
Yeah, the +1.
We had the +1, and then we in what, like year what of just this
model we in year 2. Oh, you talking about if you including the 14?
Yeah, I'm just saying when it was just more than just, you know, whatever. So how many years we talking about right now?
What the hell is it? That's what's it about? Who was the first playoff team? Was the first playoff was what? Was it that was Florida State, right? Say Oregon.
I've been hit on the head too many times. Brain cells don't work the same.
Yeah, so you're probably talking north of 10 years at this point.
I think Tuck is just frozen, and that is priceless.
Yeah, matter of fact, I might take the picture of this and make it a
he go. Now he go.
I gonna make it a sticker, boy.
Hold on. Let me read some of these coming. Right, hold on. Let me see here. I'm sorry. See here. Kip said, what about taking the P4 conference champs and runner up, playing a playoff? Possible, but what they want to do, what they want to do is they don't want a reward for just being a runner up, kind of. That's a possibility though. You never know.
Well, and then now under normal circumstances, ACC was a one-off. Under normal circumstances, your runner-up would possibly already be a playoff team. So, under normal circumstances.
Oh, I agree, Justin. When he say my Ravens finally, what did he say? My Ravens. Oh yeah, y'all did. No lie, Jared. I told my wife last night. I said, I think that might be it for you, boy. Because I was like, you don't stay that long. You can ask her and verify. I'm like, nope. I was like, it might be it for you, boy. It's getting stale. Bring the bowls to the campuses. P4, G6, just dollars, 100%. Get the same dollars on campus while giving the Pop-Tart team rights to the home stadium.
Facts.
I agree, Justin, 100%. Give that media team for the Pop-Tart Bowl, man. That get them in there. Get them in there. I agree with you about that. But it's going to be some more changes. Something going to have to be done. I think Tuck is just in a bad area or something when it comes to that.
Yeah, his internet is terrible. But that's Tuck, though. I mean, he's terrible. It makes sense.
Oh, yeah, he going to have a job now. The NFL going to recycle. Plus, he a Harbaugh. You already know that. you know 100% he going to have a job. You already know that. But anyway, before we go back to the playoffs, in the transfer portal, give me some names. Y'all chime in the chat. Y'all say whatever. You give me some names that have surprised you so far, that has entered, or somebody you want to see gone from a team you chill for. I think me and you had a conversation earlier about somebody we ain't gotta, we ain't gotta say it here. But there's some people who have gotten to the portal and have actually already withdrawn their name because they found out the grass is not green on the other side. They got it to the portal for that reasons, because there's 10, 15 reasons why kids get into the portal. Like we already said, some kids get in there because they cut, some kids get in there because they ain't getting enough money, even though it's not really deserved for some of them. But at the same time, but who is somebody you thought that you might have seen by now getting the portal?
I was a bit. I don't know if it's anybody that I thought would get in there that hadn't gotten in there. I think I'm more so the one that stood out with me, and it's always because it's close to home in his hometown. Mbakwe, from Clay. He left and went to. He's at Georgia Tech now, and we talked about this. I wasn't surprised. I thought that he would. I mean, Ahmad for JSU, I think he's at a Power 4 school now. I was just reading, I can't recall him right. It'll come to me. But in Mbakwe, like we talked about, I think that kids from this area, especially being from Birmingham and going to the University of Alabama. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of it and what happened. I just feel like it's just a lot of pressure. I think a lot of pressure on the kid. I think a lot of pressure on the family. And especially if things just don't go right, because coming from college, from high school to college, you're already gonna have a curve, because kids coming out of high school going to college, they being the man in high school, they think they still the man at college until they realize that I'm on a team and there's about 8 niggas that look like me or better. It's 8 look like me, 4 better than me, and here I am on this high horse. So I think it's a little tough from kids from the city. Yes, he did.
And he went back and forth too, because it's like, you trying to, when you that hybrid kid, sometimes you fit better in a different system, because maybe you just don't fit one way or the other or the other. So let's answer this right quick first. What's up, Willis? To add 16 or 24 teams, you have to lower your regular season games and get rid of the conference champions. Look, we said make it. I said 16, 24. Start the season in the second week of August.
Yeah.
That take care of your second, third week. You can have this done potentially by New Year's.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean,
And then,
honestly, I heard that. I heard somebody say that. I can't agree. I don't think I want it done by New Year's. I think I still want my New Year's to be my New Year's, and I want it to go. I'm okay. Once we get to New Year's, I'm okay. It's the leading up to New Year's that I have an issue with. I still want my New Year's
what do you mean
Day
by
game.
that?
I don't want. In other words,
I
I don't
want
want
I want New Year's Day game. I don't want it
But I
to
don't-
end on New Year's Day.
right. I don't want a New Year's championship. That I don't want that. I still probably want the semis or not the semi, maybe the semis
Mhm.
at minimum, at maximum the semis on New Year's, because that it's just something about that matchup that you're anticipating being on New Year's that just makes it just great. It's those games before that. We had to sit through the whole James Madison and you know what I mean? We might have got one good game. I can't even remember who played that day. We might have got one good game that day. But it's that wasted space. I need something to fill the space between conference championship and New Year's. That's what I need.
Well, okay, let me answer. Let's answer some of these real quick. Let's see where was this at?
Yeah, Kip, he's right. He said he wanted to be another Travis. I think that's when kind of the trouble started. When he was saying he wanted to play both ways, and that just
and they kept practicing him both ways.
They did,
because that's what they kept flipping him from wide receiver DB. And but at the same time, when you have that way to, and that's what I'm saying, it's another thing where it's like when we first got the portal, it was just like, ooh, bad thing, kid going to a portal. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's so many different reasons why kids go in. Sometimes it's bad advice. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just a new start. It's just there's a big thing of reason. How Perry gonna end up Minnesota. Hey, you go where you want it. Justin. No, that wasn't a shocker. That was definitely not a shocker. He coming up on his junior year. Like, your quarterback situation is not stable. I'll just say this: there's not 100% that he's not gonna come back. But at the same time, situation wasn't stable. You coming up on your money year. It's your money year. It's your life year. You gotta do what you gotta do. Kids chasing money and don't want to compete. In some cases, but that's that freedom. That's that freedom when you open up Pandora's box. This is what you get. Oh yeah, that's the one the kid kept talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Adding too many games. That's not adding too many games. I'm not adding any more games. I'm just pushing the season back.
And another thing
to fit in the calendar.
And then to tack on to that, everybody's not going to play all the way to January because somebody got to lose, right? So
somebody got to get the hiccup out of there.
Somebody got to get out of there. Now, if you know what I'm saying, if you a high enough seed to where you can maybe get a first round bye, something like that, you may have 3 games to go or what have it go. But yeah, it ain't gonna be. It'll work out because if you cutting conference championship and you cutting some of those out of conference games, then it'll be fine.
Well, and you got to look at it like this: with a new rule for the conferences. Okay, you got
was it 9 games now?
You got Big Ten and the SEC and other conferences playing 9 games out of their 12. You're gonna have to play in conference. There's only gonna be so many things that you're gonna be able to do outside of the conference. Now you're gonna get that 12 in. What you're gonna do? You're just gonna cut down on some of that. That's the reason why you push it back just a couple of weeks. If you still trying to do the same I'm just talking about getting that for not adding the game. I'm talking about manipulating the schedule.
Right.
Just manipulating the schedule. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying. Like, hey, we can move it back in August because let's just be honest. I mean, everything kind of needs to change, whether it's a spring practice, all that stuff. Like that needs to change because the schedule, the one thing that college football has to work on is the schedule. There's no way in the world we should be having transfer portal signing day, playoffs, all this stuff going on at one time.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got to do something about
it
that.
doesn't make sense to have coaches that have to deal with preparing for a playoff semifinal game, and at the same time having to deal with the balance the whole portal situation. So you got to find something. I mean, I don't know how they pushed it. I don't think they could push the portal date back any further because we still got to remember they're still student athletes, right? The students, I mean, you still got to register for class. So
right.
you
They
be eligible, you got to
get a little leeway, but not a lot.
Not a lot. I mean, because school gonna start when school gonna start. I mean, the class gonna start on the 15th, whatever the date is. That's when the class start. Now
whether or not Bob Marley is there, that's
Bob
a whole
Marley,
different. That's a whole different.
That's different.
And I guess that's part of the thing that you can do. That's why I said the calendar on a whole needs to be adjusted because now you've already eliminated the other portal period. So this was the first, whatever. Yeah, like Willis said, don't forget coaches, get a new job. You have that part of it. I mean, you have so much that's going on. It's like if you do anything with college football, I promise you, my phone, if I need 3 phones. One when I want to throw one against the wall, another one for information, and another one just for regular. Because I'm telling you, all it does is just like it's a constant nonstop. Like if you want to even look at the coaching cycle of everything that like Golish went through. Like if you watch an interview of what he said literally he took the job, flew in, and then basically sleep for 5-6 days and had signing day that Wednesday.
Right.
Like that's that's crazy. And then you're gonna say there's only one portal period, which I understand. Oh, Dave, your friend is on here.
Oh my, what's happening?
And he's 100% always reactive instead of proactive. The NCAA and all these rules have never been proactive. The NCAA has always been a joke of an organization. I already said it now, so I already said it. I mean, that's just the truth. That's just what it is. It's the number of scholarships increasing, and it's no more PW. No, we got 105 scholarships for the schools that can max to get to get to that number if they want to. But they made a rule like the SEC adopted to stay at 85 last year. So this would be the first year that they are pushing, saying, hey, we can have 105, which goes again to David's point. And point that we've said before, it needs to be separated. Because when everything happened with the house settlement and all that stuff like that, first thing we said was it's gonna be it's just gonna separate more of the have and have nots. The salary cap, the salary cap, all that is just separating the haves and the have nots when it comes down to it. So
yep.
I mean, it is what it is. But we've been on here for a minute. We'll be back on, but we can come back and have another portal show. Because Lord knows there's a lot of movement going on.
Oh, it ain't over with. We got a whole nother week of this.
Yeah. We got a whole nother week.
Yeah. We got a whole nother week. Period.
Well, I was reading the comment. Sorry, I was reading the comment. I don't think I got to read the whole thing. The season could still start the end of August, but remove the week of just Army Navy. Also remove the week break after conference championship. Only break would be the first round bye. It's a good point. Now, here's another problem that college football faces before we move on to what we think about to happen in the next games day. College football has a lot of tradition. That's what it's built on, really. Tradition, all that kind of good stuff like that. They're going to have to make some decisions. they're going to have to make some decisions and that's kind of what they do now. And like when they did the whole scheduling thing where it came down to like, your 3 permanent rivals, like for the SEC and some other folks, they're trying to keep some of that tradition. And that's the stuff that makes college football great. Truth be told. I mean, that's just what it is. But we're gonna have another show just about this. And then let's move on so we can we can do whatever and talk about some more stuff real quick. He said Ahmad Miller. Oh, Ahmad is thinking about going to Syracuse. Where do you think Andrew Body's gonna end up?
Man, he got a lot of logos.
Got a lot of suitors.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I look at he went to Texas Southern. He's a Texas kid. Then he went to Alabama. This is a 10-hour, at least 10 hours from where he was. So he's not afraid to travel. And we know he at least got a 10-hour radius. I don't look for him going anywhere. Now he has some interesting names on there. Very interesting. Is he, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if he stayed home. Wouldn't surprise me if he stayed in Texas. This time around, maybe this is last year of eligibility, this, that, and that. But he need to make a splash too. If you're going to transfer after the season that he has, he got to make this one count. So it needs to be somewhere that he knows he's going to play. And also you want to be able to be somewhere where your family
you can be lead dog, where you can be. Yeah.
Got a ton of offers, dude. Like Kip said, he has a ton of offers.
Dude.
If I had to make my crystal ball prediction, I could see him in North Texas.
I can't do that.
I would. I mean, I could see him in North Texas.
I'm laughing at Jared. That's where the comments been on fire tonight. Andrew Body got a lot to pick from. I wouldn't mind him going to UNC. Jared's in North Carolina. He said, "Who the hell? I'm kidding."
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think he's crazy talented.
With a whole order show. Go ahead.
I think he's crazy talented. I don't know. I'm gonna say that comment. I don't want to make the comment I want to make. I don't want to doubt him as a player. I'm not doubting him as a player. He hasn't played on that power 4 level, and trust me, there is a difference. They getting off them blocks a whole lot different.
But I think
but I think he has the talent to do it. I mean, if you're gonna do it, if you got an opportunity to do it, and you got an opportunity to compete for the star job, I can't be mad at you. And get your money while you're at it.
And that brings me to another point.
I like North Texas. Like him in North Texas for real.
Yes, for real.
Really
it brings to a second point, Dave, and I think you'll agree with me on this. We've been saying for years that to stop glamorizing helmets.
You got to get off the helmet. You got to leave them helmets alone.
And here's the reason why I say the helmet thing, because and this is a PSA to everybody. We're in a transfer portal era right now. You're gonna see teams pick up folks from places and do this and do that, and you want to dismiss them because of the helmet and because what it is. Man, that don't matter. It's the player.
Yeah.
You got a guy right now who's trying to lead a team who won a Division II national championship last year. He's trying to lead his team in the midst of a coaching controversy and everything going on, trying to lead his team to a FBS national championship. And you guys still worried about helmets?
Yeah.
Helmets do not play the game. The person inside the body plays the game. If that's the case, we look at the NFL. The NFL wants the best of the best. It don't matter where you play. It matters of can you play.
To pick it back off what you just said, my advice would be for everybody that's watching or listening, might listen later, man. Listen, in the fall, when the fall rolls around again, hey, I know you might be a fan of a team. I'm not saying no, don't watch your team. Watch your team. But when your team finishes playing, or before your team plays, hey man, you need to watch some of these guys, because the days of hey, this conference is better than that one, or this team can't play with that one because you look at that. You're looking at jerseys, looking at helmet stickers. That shit's dead. That's over with. You need to look at what these teams are doing, and the fact that you got NIL and you got transfer portal now. Those bodies that might have been SEC bodies 10 years ago, them bodies look at the same way in your Big 12, your Big 10, and them teams out west, they coming too. Don't think that Dan Lanning, of course, you know Dan Lanning, you know what he got. Don't think they out there sleeping too. So this is a different time, a different era, man. I advise everybody to watch everybody. I'm not saying you got to stay up to midnight, but it wouldn't be bad. All I'm saying is that those 11 o'clock games that you might ignore, you might want to find you somebody to watch.
And this is my thing. I don't care about certain things when it comes to that. My point is, and it happened in a fan way, is football players are football players.
Absolutely.
Now, that's the difference. Now, look, we love to pump our chest and do whatever. We love to say this and that and this. And sometimes, you know what? It's right. It does happen. And I get it. And I get what people say. My point is to people is that in this era of transfer portal, you got some kids, you got some teams that has lost 35, 40 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you think they all gonna come from within the same kind of era? No, it's not going. It's not. If you can play, you can play. And I want you to pay attention to some of these folks that get signed. Seriously, I'm for real. This is why it's really good to watch all levels of college football. We have more people that diss the G5, G6, and that's Division I football than we do anything else. And it's like y'all on the same level. You just like we sitting here talking about James Madison, we sitting here talking about Tulane. Since I got a personal investment, because like I said, my homeboy son played for Tulane. Tulane ain't lacking in money. Tulane ain't lacking in nothing. Now, they might not, you can say, well, they not on this level. That's fine. You can say that, but don't act like they ain't trying to get to that level, or some of them folks don't have that money or don't have a way you're going to be able to fill that roster up. We are not in the same age. I don't give a flip about a conference. What I'm talking about, we're talking about we're not in the same age. It's like saying like, hey, my parents grew up, told me to put my money under my bed. No, now you got to invest your money. Now you got to open up a raw 401. You got to do more with it than what we did, than what they did with it. Just be open about it and stop looking at helmets so much and look at the player.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all I ask.
I agree, and I've been screaming this since we started the podcast. Man, listen, folks may say that I hate the SEC. It's not that I hate the SEC. I guess what I was trying to drill home was that it's more than SEC that plays football. And when you get a system that can highlight that, right, that can give all conferences an opportunity to play their best, you'll get to see that, hey, hold up, not so fast. They play football everywhere. So my thing is that I've always said they play football everywhere. So, and I know we're in the SEC country, right? This is I parked cars for the Iron Bowl in Smithfield. I grew up on Center Street, so you can't get too much more SEC than me. I'm just saying, let's broaden our horizons and let's watch these games. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying, no, that's how far I go back. I park cars for the Bo Jackson was playing when I was parking cars.
You probably owe me some money. You probably owe my parents some money because you probably rip them off, you know.
No, it was just back then. It wouldn't be like $5. It was $5 back then. We good.
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
I probably 8 cars. I got to be $40, but we good. I can go in the house. So everybody can park for free. I'm good.
Now that's one car.
That's one car.
That's one car down. Not anymore. We making whole rent. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your point.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just saying that I don't want. I know people see this and say that Dave is SEC biased, but I want them to realize that I come from the heart of the SEC, just like a lot of us do. I live.
I'm going to defend.
I just like to have people think a little bit outside the box. That's all.
I'm going to defend you, and
Okay.
I'm gonna defend you now. Now, y'all got to understand, Dave. Dave don't mean he's just around so much, and since me and him have become so much close over the years, I see why he think the way he think. Because I'm gonna go and tell you, some of the folks that he be around, it made me want to slap him. Because I'm like, y'all don't know ball, you know fandom.
Yeah,
and that's the thing about it. Y'all don't understand ball, y'all like fandom. Oh, you don't like the SEC. It's not that Dave don't like the SEC. He just don't like some of the people that's been around him that say like, oh, we the greatest and y'all ain't nothing. And we this and we that. You know, that's where he's coming from. And that, look, I worked with some of those people. I've been around a lot of those people, and those people can be very, very, you know, bad. Like when it comes down to like my homeboy Omar, like even, you know, some other folks, like we've always just talked ball.
Mm-hmm.
We always just talk ball.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I can get along and talk with anybody. But you know what I'm saying? It's just what she said. No, he ain't come around Bama fan. It's just there was an era in time where when people were learning football and it was like SEC or nothing.
Right.
If you understand my point, like there was a certain time where it was SEC or nothing. Does the SEC still are they still gonna have the draft picks? They gonna still have nobody said they don't have the talent. What he was saying is that y'all don't ever want to give anybody else credit because of a helmet.
Correct. And then too, I mean, and the media didn't help it at all, because that's living in the Southeast. That's all you see. That's all you get. You wake up to a sports talk show at 5 a.m. Like talk about
Dave ain't defended Purdue.
No. Let's not get it twisted. You know, if I was talking Big 12, it probably was Texas, Oklahoma, you know, something like that. Occasional Oklahoma State, occasional Texas Tech, Baylor, something like that. I mean, no, I'm not doing that. But I'm just saying, like, hey man, let's watch these guys. That's all I'm saying.
And you know what, Dave? And you know what? And we're gonna listen. Like I said, last thought on this, and we'll get your pick for Thursday night. All of this together is because of the fact that everything is different now. This is not a knock on the SEC. It's a knock on it's not a knock. I mean, it's just part of the process where you could have very talented 5 stars and people like that, and you still have that depth that will sit. But now, as you see, you got to renegotiate your own roster. You got, kids are more impatient. All of this now, they didn't have the freedom to hop in the transfer portal. You were just happy to be under Nick Saban because you knew if I played my 1 year, I was going to get. I don't care who the coach was.
Right.
You knew I was going to get my opportunity and I was going to get seen because the NFL personnel was going to be right there, even if I only played the 1 year.
Right.
When the landscape changed, that's when everything changed.
Right.
Even before that, you was able to go anywhere you wanted to go and go get seen. Like I said, like Kip said, if you can play, they will find you. And that has always been the NFL mantra for as long as it can be. But the landscape changed. The problem is the fans and the people that the loudest didn't change. Same way right now, adjusting the money. They haven't changed. And I get it. And I 100% get it. I don't expect people to be deep into it like I am. But I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, we are in a totally different time. Please understand, we're talking about Indiana being number 1 in college football. We're talking about Duke having a good season. We're talking about Vanderbilt.
No. Not a good season. Duke being your ACC champions. Let's put some respect on that. Yeah. Well, we're talking about the Pac-12 not being a power conference.
Correct. Right. We are not in an era. We talking about kids out here getting paid to be wide receivers at 2.34. I'm sorry, let me not get too many specifics. But $2 million. We talking about a quarterback from Texas Tech who just signed for 5. Because why? Because Texas Tech got those donors pushing up.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? We are not in the same space. There are kids right now who are supposed to already been announced, but they agents have told them, "Don't you do it? Don't you do it?" I think we can get another $300,000-400,000 out of them. That's 100% the truth. If y'all knew some of the stuff that we knew, or that some of the stuff that these people do, it would absolutely amaze you. Like what? Like what happened? Oh, he trying to go from 250,000 to 1 million, and his production ain't what he want. Money for his family. He want a car for his. Let me be quiet. We just in a new era. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah. And just like the steroid era, I love this era too.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta love some of it. Yeah. Jared said, "Thanks for the reminder." But Dave, before we get going, we might be back before the game, before we see that dominant D line and Carson back in the boards again. Give me your pick.
I won't be back.
Why you won't be back?
When that game is Thursday night?
Yeah.
What I got going on Friday morning at 7:30?
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have
You ain't gotta say that. You gotta say that.
All you fellas over here over 40. Over 40, you know I gotta drink that nasty stuff come Thursday. So it will not be a Thursday show at all. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you done, it's my first one. It's my first one. First of all, I'm gonna go and say it. Colonoscopy. Fellas, if you're over 40, man, see your doctor. Make sure because I feel like I'm 47, so I feel like I'm a little late to the game because I feel like I had a primary care physician that probably wasn't as detailed as she should have been. But that neither here nor there. Go get your colonoscopy, get it checked out. My first one is gonna be Friday at 7:30. So Thursday there will not be a damn show. Unless I can turn my camera off. I'm in the bathroom. Okay. Right. That's kind of what it's gonna be sound like. Yes. So heck no, it will not be. Hey Omar, they told me I could put a crystal light pack in there. That might help. I don't know. I'll update y'all at the next show.
I thought you got a different one from what I've had the 2 times I've had one, but
yeah,
just give me your picks. We can get up out.
Hey man, you brought it up.
Hold on. Yes, you're 100% right, and the fact that they don't even have to be certified. Sometimes they just be their best friend talking about that. Boy, let me be quiet.
Man, oh my God.
Dave, just give me your pick so we can go. Hey, I'm gonna say it's still gonna be nasty. hey, bro. All I can say is power to you because I've been there not once. I've been there twice. So hey.
So Renard, I'll call you, man, while I'm taking that thing down. While I'm trying to fix it.
You ain't gonna have time to call me. You gonna forget that. You might have time to text. You ain't calling.
They go like,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you who you gonna be calling. Hey, I'm gonna tell you who gonna be calling.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, you about that. Oh my God. Okay, so game on Thursday night. The game that's gonna be played on TV, not the one that's gonna be played in my house. The game on TV. All right.
But you ain't playing no game. That's a porcelain throne.
It's a clear winner there. We know who win that. It's not me. Call it live from the toilet. Absolutely. 100%.
Live from the bowels of the stadium.
Y'all are stupid. Okay. Y'all stupid. Okay. I'm ready. So I had myself together before we started talking about that. So all right. So Thursday night, coming out about 10 pounds, like you ain't lying.
17. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so Thursday night, Ole Miss, Miami, man. You know, when I look at this game,
Oh God. Oh my God.
shit, this is the only bowl game I get to see. God damn. You know, I'm gonna quit the show. Shit. That's terrible. That's terrible. That is terrible.
Oh, buddy. Oh God, I'm crying. Oh, I wasn't expecting for that to turn. I told you not to say it.
Yeah, that was you did say that, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
I said, don't say it.
Oh boy, I'm sweating over here. All right. I guess
Please make a pick. Please make a
I'll
pick.
try. The Lord, I ain't got nothing else in me. You know what? What we're not gonna do is not gonna be jump on day night.
You did it to yourself.
I did it to myself.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll try to make this pick. All right, Jared, we get back to the thing. Oh my God. Hey man, give me Miami. There we go.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna tell you why I say Miami. I want to say Ole Miss.
Oh, buddy.
I want to say Ole Miss, but I think Miami gonna have a weird way of controlling this game, and they gonna keep it close. And keeping it close with Miami is never good.
You know you
I
don't
think
like
they can
Miami.
control it. I really don't like Miami. You know, if I pick Miami, it's bad.
You just don't like Miami.
But I'm picking Miami to win.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm picking them to win. I'm saying that I think they slop the game or they play so style of defense. I think that they can make some plays to slow Ole Miss down and get it in a tight game within a one-score game. And I'm gonna go Miami to win this game. I'm gonna go Miami. Yeah.
Man, I've gone back and forth. Can't even say like I can say this is a real pick, but the one thing we have seen so far is, as always, it's a line of scrimmage game. It's a line of scrimmage game, and I'm sorry, Ruben Bain and them boys, man. Shout out to Keontae Scott. I'm glad that he's back at his good position, and if you know, you know. Glad he let the cornerback part go. But, and I know Ole Miss is on a mission. Trinidad Chambers and the boys, they're doing it, but like I said, I think it's strength versus strength. They defense against that offense. And man, right now I'm leaning with Miami.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, because Cristobal, he got that attitude and he got them guys playing with that attitude. And Shannon Dawson has been calling an awesome offensive game. He's not putting too much on Carson Beck. That running game is coming to life. There's a lot that's going on, but I'm gonna roll with Miami right now. That's just what I think. I have an Indiana versus Miami final, and I think it'll be a hell of a game. That's what I have right now.
Hey man, I was about to say I can't wait to see it, but yeah, we're gonna digress.
See, I'm done for the night. I'm done.
I'm done too. So we're doing Friday night game too.
You can say what you know. You ain't gotta give a whole announcement. Just who you.
I don't have to.
I guess I gave mine away. I said Indiana. So
Hoosiers.
Yeah,
convincingly. Yes.
When a man can't smile, I'm not going. I ain't going against him. And Willis is right. Better D-line, better O-line and D-line. That's just, to me, I'm with you. Of course, now Trinidad and them boys can be a you know what. But hey.
Yeah.
Skip said, I'm with you, Dave. I can't stand them. I think they have the better team. Ole Miss by 4.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
Think, yeah, I mean,
what it's about.
I think to me, when I look at both teams, offensively, I get a nod to Ole Miss defensively, I just don't know if nobody can block these jokers up front. So Golden is coaching the hell out of that defense. I ain't gonna lie. But the only thing, Kip, I will say is that I think Golden is an excellent coach. But I will say that that Georgia was a familiar opponent. So take that with a grain of salt, right? So I don't know. I think it'll be a damn good game. Offensively, I don't think Miami is explosive at all. I think Ole Miss is more explosive, but I think what Miami do defensively, the fact that you can't block them,
Trinidad is more dangerous.
Yes. So I can't wait to see. I think I'm more excited for that one than the Indiana Oregon. Honestly.
I'm just excited to watch it because it's getting down to the time where I ain't gonna be watching no college football for a minute, and that's gonna be my thing when I go on my depression for a little while.
Yeah, I gotta find a second sport. What's my third sport? I got the NFL. What's my third sport? I gotta find.
Well, this weekend is gonna be good because you get playoff football on Thursday for college
football Saturday,
football on Friday, and then you get NFL football, playoff football this weekend.
Okay, and Sunday. Okay, I'll be good. I mean,
so yeah, you all right for right now. We still in early January now, Dave. Yeah. By that time, we will have 455,000 portal commitments, and there's about some big ones about to come off the board. By the way, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, and by the way, for those that are like me that need something to do after February, that are not huge baseball fans and basketball, it is what it is. I don't, let me know.
You watch the tournament. You watch the tournament.
Yeah. I watch the tournament. But after March, that's all you watch. Hey man, let's go buy some those that are close to Birmingham, man. Let's buy some Birmingham Stallions tickets, man. Let's go to the game. We gotta support them because they talking about, they almost left the city last year. So let's support the Stallions in that time. I know it's a little early, but I mean, hey, I think that's a good
ain't
thing.
Never too early for ball.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just a little early, early this season ain't got that, but let's support the Stallions, man, so they won't leave us.
Yeah,
it's because it will happen. You'll be the goddamn Oklahoma Stallions.
We got but yeah, we're going to come back more because we didn't go in true hard detail about the portal, and we did talk about some people, and unfortunately, our guest, Tuck, is in a bad. He's having connection problems.
On the show. I'm just saying, Tuck can't make it.
Say what now?
Yeah. Now I think we should replace Tuck with Kip, but that's another story. We're talking about.
You and Tuck, I swear. Oh God, I got tired today. I ain't got tired today. So I mean, yeah, man, we can support and do some better stuff, but man. Look, I'm sorry if I keep looking down my phone. My phone just is. Matter of fact, let me just put it over here for about 10 minutes. Tell you, man, this don't stop. College football don't stop. The portal don't stop. None of this stops. Only thing that stops is when I go to bed. Wake up, there's 47 messages. It just do not stop. So we got to have some movement, especially since next Friday. I think next Friday is the date, or next Saturday, something like that. Next weekend, so 16th, whatever. So enjoy the football. It was a great game last night. The LCS. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but hey. The FCS championship that was in Nashville at Vanderbilt Stadium. So we didn't get a chance to talk about that either. That was a really good game. So we'll be back in a couple of days. If you ain't following us on social media, you follow us on Instagram. Dave, you move I'm over here with this one kneecap, so I can't move. Show
where you want me to go?
Just show your background.
Which way I need to go? Instagram.
It don't matter. YouTube, I mean, Facebook. Go left or right.
It ain't working. So follow us.
Anyway, Down South Football Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Yes, the Twitter icon is still up there. Don't hate. It's just still like the Twitter, not X. David.
It is X. Omar, they canceled the Lingerie football league. I think they canceled it. But that would have been a nice game to go to. But.
The who?
Yeah. Keep
Why
up
you
now.
sound like that? Why you sounded like Ocho Cinco?
Hey man, listen.
You
I'm
heard what
just
he
saying.
said last night, right?
No,
You heard what he
said
said last night, right?
No, what did he say? What did he say?
Shannon Sharp said, "You ain't never been to no Charlotte." He like, man, you know, I get to talk. I've been to Charlotte. I used to have an old lady down in Charlotte. I used to have an old lady down in Charlotte. And then he was like, he didn't say Raleigh. He said, yeah, I used to go to Raleigh. What he tried to say like Raleigh and like
He tried to say Riley. He tried to say Raleigh. Those are Raleigh.
But he said, no, I thought that's how they pronounce it. Was like Raw and Lay. But you'll see it on. Just pull up. It's on Twitter. Anyway, let's go, man. We'll be back in a couple of days because we got a lot to talk about and a lot more to catch up on. So we'll holler at y'all in a little bit, man. Dave, you got anything else? We good?
Hey man, listen. Follow us on all outlets like Renard said. Also, make sure if you're not following us on Facebook, follow us. I will make sure I update y'all on the colonoscopy. I just say I'm doing good. That's all I will say. I'm doing good. That's all I got.
Man, what's going on? You got a colonoscopy. I'm over here with a broken kneecap, but it's healing.
Yeah, hey man.
It's healing.
We're gonna be okay.
Good. I can bend it now. I can walk now. So a little bit. So hey, we good. We good. But like I said, you be good, man. You gonna be good. Anyway, we got off the rails a little bit. We up out this thing, man. We finna go. For Renard, for me, and for Dave, for Down South Football, we really appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back in a couple of days with another show, man. And Dave will be about 15 pounds lighter.
Absolutely.
All right, man. We about this thing. Peace.